Ow! Going downtown for the first time since the pandemic started. Beautiful early morning, beautiful sun. It's going to be a nice warm day today. Now why am I going downtown? I'm going downtown because I have a disease that 1 in 10 men get, and I'd never heard of it. After 36 years nursing, I'd never heard of this disease. So now I have to go downtown and be injected 3 to 8 times. And if that fails, I need to have surgery. What the heck is wrong with me? So the station's pretty much deserted. It's 20 minutes to go before the GO train. There's one guy down there on the phone. So before the pandemic, the GO train would be running every 15 minutes. It only goes one way, which is real bad news in the morning, and then one way back up here at night. But they were running every 15 minutes, which was very convenient. Now there is a grand total of 3 trains running, and it's June 17th. So it's pretty eerie, eh? I haven't been on the GO train. I have a N95 mask. I have the very strong fitting dome ones for myself in case I'm in close quarters, which doesn't look likely. I also have the N95 that are more loose but actually do work but not great. So I have plenty of them, both for the transit and walking around downtown, which will be interesting for me, and maybe even doing a little bit of shopping and going to the doctor. He's actually aware that I will be wearing an N95 the whole time, and he seemed pretty okay with that, though a bit surprised. This is the GO train car park on the north side. Not a car anywhere in sight, which is highly unusual for me, but again, I haven't been on the GO train since late last year. So I'm not going to keep you in suspense. What I've got is Peyronie's disease. About 4.5 months ago, I was making love with Kitty, and I had trouble getting in. And it turned out that my penis had bent 35 degrees towards my belly button. This completely freaked me out. There was no indication it was bending, it just bent overnight, and I didn't even notice until I tried to make love to her. And it turned out that I couldn't deal with it, and I wouldn't even look it up. I completely freaked out. This was an attack on me, on a deep emotional level. Anyway, Kitty looked it up. So it's Peyronie's disease. It's non-fatal, and 1 in 10% of men develop it. Usually thought to be related to trauma. It's scarring of the penis, and it causes contraction, and there you go. So I'm going downtown to the men's sexual clinic to have an injection into my penis today. They use verapamil. They used to use interferon, but it's basically works about as well, but it's way more expensive. Interestingly, I'm having an American experience because the injection is not covered by OHIP, so I have to actually pay cash for it. So I'm paying the equivalent of about $350 American to go and have it injected with local and etc., and then being bound up for a day. So I'm not at all looking forward to this. The cost usually is 3 to 8 injections, so it's going to cost me 500 Canadian to 4,000 Canadian, and 60% of that is successful. So if I'm in the unlucky 40%, and pray for me that I'm not, I have to go and have my penis circumcised and split from the tip to the shaft to have all the scar tissue removed. What a joy. Why am I a registered nurse? Why did I train in England and work urology in England? Why did I work in surgical in Canada? Why have I taught in Canada? Why have I done a degree in Canada? Why have I done a master's in Canada and never ever heard of this? When I brought it up to one of my co-workers, he's actually seen it but had never realised it was an actual disease. He just thought it happened to some guys when they got old. Now Kitty didn't think I should do a video on it, and I wasn't sure whether I should. But to be honest with you, 10% of men develop this, and I didn't know anything about it. So in the interest of male health, I'm going to put it out there. It shows how failed nursing is because it's dominated by women. And the inverse sexism that occurs in nursing is clearly occurring in this case. 1 in 10%. It's extremely significant and not at all rare. Interestingly, I found absolutely no information on COVID at all at the train station, which is bizarre because everywhere else is like massive amounts of signs telling you to wash your hands, don't cough, don't come in, don't use the public washrooms because they're closed, etc. But boarding the GO train so far, there's nothing. Perhaps they'll do an announcement.
If you're new joining us today, trains continue to run with 6 coaches instead of the normal length, so passengers unable to board at north end of platform. Please adjust using south end of platform in order to board, and that is starting at the accessible ramp, south end of the platform. Again, I repeat, trains continue to run with 6 coaches instead of the normal length, so passengers unable to board at north end of platform. Please adjust using south end of platform in order to board, and that is starting at the accessible ramp.
So I'm not sure what I'm going to be facing in terms of crowding. It is the only train that's left today, so it's been cleaned before it comes. There's almost nobody here. I estimate about 10 people. So I put my mask on, and I would say 2 of the other people have masks. It's really stunning how people are just prepared not to take it seriously in terms of getting infected. It's a simple precaution. It's a simple thing to do. Shave your face, put a mask on in public. Dramatically cuts your chance of inhaling SARS-CoV-2 and getting COVID-19. There's the friendly guard. She's wearing gloves, very smart, and wearing a face shield. Well, whether that's of use or not smart. She is not wearing a face mask. Well, I'm on the train. An hour or so to downtown Toronto. That was a safe trip in terms of physical distancing. Very few people on the third and only train of 3 of the day. So here I am now leaving York Concourse at Union Station, and I'm in downtown. CN Tower, Union Station, Royal York Hotel, the boring bank building, and over there is the Hockey Hall of Fame. So it's noticeably quiet. Say about maybe 1 in 20 are wearing masks at this point. So I'm about 2 hours away from my appointment, so I'm going to take off on the subway, see what happens. And you can see physical distancing progress, but not much mask wearing. This is Union Station, Toronto, made out of granite. Quite old in North American terms. It's often used in films, actually. Doubles as Grand Central Station, I believe, in New York. And I'm going to go down and go to the subway. This is really, really quiet for this place, given it's 9:05 on a weekday. There are trains departing. The sign says, essential travel only. Propaganda. It's very bizarre when you're not used to this. Anyway, here comes one of our new subway trains. And yeah, pretty much empty. Not crazy people. Physical distancing. So I'm early, so instead of going quickly, I'm actually going to go on the busiest interchanges in the city and see on that side, between line 1 and 2, and I'm going to go and see if I can actually get pizza during the pandemic. So this is eerie. There's almost nobody here. The inside stores without external doors have to stay open. The inside stores have to stay closed unless they have an exterior door. More people wearing face shields thinking they're doing some protection. didn't expect it to be empty. It's pretty empty. That's a helpful sign. Expect this stuff to come into fashion if we have a second wave. Trains arriving and it's normally crowded. Like basically this is a lot more quiet than it would be on a normal Sunday morning. And like I say, it's 20 past 9 on a weekday. And apparently we're all supposed to be opening up on Friday or similar. We shall see. Closed. It's a bit of disappointment. Here I am at Christie Pits. Very likely use. Take off my face mask. So what did I bring for this little jaunt? My own hand sanitizer, a couple of decent dome ones for the procedure, and I have one more of these in reserve, but it hasn't really been that contaminated. I would say about a third of the people on transit on the subway system are wearing masks. I've seen a whole bunch of errors, people just wearing the plastic face shields, what's the point in that? And people wearing one glove and touching their bag with that glove and touching their cell phone with that glove. It's a good idea, but you have to really focus. Your hands that touch stuff, don't touch anything including your bags until you've washed them. Anyway, I planned for this. I had a feeling the pizza place would not be open. Then I would have gone and got a slice, washed my hands before eating, washed my hands after eating. But I kind of figured it wouldn't be, so Kitty gave me some nuts and have water. It's quite hot. Always is hot downtown. Yeah, it's a strange experience. I have literally not been here walking around, I think, since last year. It's transformed. Well, that was absolutely fine, but also terrifying. Basically, the injects 3 times local, which would be lidocaine, and then uses a 27 gauge needle. You don't really feel it. The worst part was actually pulling my foreskin back. Because of the fear I had a very shriveled penis. Almost like when you get in the ocean, it just completely tried to hide. And yeah, he did feel the plaques, and he injected about 50 times with a tiny amount of verapamil. And he didn't bandage it up. And I have to do exercises once or 3 times a day. I have to get myself erect and pull it away from me, and also push like that. So we'll see how it goes, but my next appointment is on the 8th of July. And I think I'll be a bit better for then. I will actually bring some lube to pull the foreskin back, because to be frank with you, that was the worst part of it. Anyway, now subway, bus, then I'll get Kitty to pick me up, I think. Now on the Viva bus, this is quite a strange experience because pretty much all the seats are shut. So there's 5 seats here, 2 are open, 1 on either side. There's 4 there, all shut, 4 there, all shut, 1 open there and 1 open there. It goes all the way through. There's like almost no seats open. This has been a Good Terrier production 2020.